Hello guys, it's Future Robin here. So before I start this video, I would just like to apologize in advance because I do not have equipment to properly stream gameplay and stuff. So these first couple of episodes, the audio is really going to suck butt. My microphone is going to be terrible. And at some parts, you're probably not even going to hear what I'm saying, but hopefully you can just, I'm reading from text that is shown on the screen, so it's not like you can't read it. But yeah, I just wanted to warn you guys before you watch the video and be like, what the fuck is this crap? It will get better. It's not perfect, but it will get better in the last couple of episodes. I think there's 5 in total. But until then, I apologize for the really bad audio. I also would like to say I'm terrible at narrating because I'm not used to doing it. So you have to bear with that too. Anyways, since this is kind of my first gameplay that I've fully edited and that I'm posting, I hope that you will bear with me because I'm an amateur. I'm not perfect at this. Okay, anyways, on to the video. Hi. Welcome, my name is Robin, and I'm going to be playing Project Eden's Garden. It is a Danganronpa fan game. I've seen a couple of the trailers, and I was actually watching a YouTuber look at the trailers, and they said they were going to play it, and this came out very recently. But I decided I want to have my try at it first. I was not expecting to actually do this. I've been into Danganronpa for several years, and I never really expected myself to be interested in the fan game, I don't know if there's been other fan games, but this one in particular, I was like, no, I'm not gonna get into it or whatever. But now that I know that it's like separated and like it's its own story, apparently it takes place in America, which is really interesting. It's kind of like It's all over the world now. I mean, the world's gone all to shit. I mean, the original game takes place in Japan, right? So I decided I want to have my go at it. As far as I know, they have made everything, including the music, everything. And this is a free-to-play game, but yeah. Alright, I'm going to start it. This is my documentation of my reaction, my everything. So, new game, normal. Action, normal, start game. I know this is not official, but I mean, it looks really good. I'm gonna be doing a narrating, which I'm not used to doing. Life has no real meaning. We exist just by chance, born to a planet that didn't want us to begin with. That is a very pessimistic view on life, whoever this is. It's up to the best of humanity to give the world a purpose. You're right, but I mean, really, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You give yourself your own purpose. People like me. Interesting. I'm assuming this is a protag. Those who shine brighter than the others, who have an influence on our greater society. Ultimates. We are known as ultimates. This sounds like Byakuya's personality. I kind of saw it in the trailer too. It kind of reminds me of Byakuya's, like, stuck-up personality. Oh my god, this is so like the Danganronpa art. How? They totally nailed it. Ultimate titles are awarded to exceptionally talented high school and college students. Doctors who can cure the incurable. Engineers who build machines to improve millions of lives. The most influential politicians. The most creative architects. These are the people who deserve lifelong recognition, who define what it means to be a true ultimate.
I, Damon Maitsu, am the ultimate debater.
Sounded like you had a British accent there for a second. Cool, voice acting.
A prodigy among prodigies, someone who simply can't be outmatched.
You sound like Byakuya, and you look like him too.
I hold on to my title dearly, because it defines me. It's who I am. It's what gives me my purpose.
That's your purpose. That's fine, Damon.
Among a sea of mediocrity, I am a shining example of talent.
Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like Byakuya.
And now, there's a school worthy of me.
Worthy of you. You're definitely the opposite of Hajime, that's for sure. To Mr. Damon Maitsu, the ultimate debater. Congratulations! For your contributions as an ultimate, we cordially invite you to attend Eden's Garden Academy, a specialized college for academic-based talents. So, instead of this being high school, this is college. And also, I love how they're, like, boldening and colorizing the text, just like Danganronpa. This is basically gonna be Danganronpa, except it's fan-made. At our unique academy, you will not only develop a tighter grasp on your respective skill set, but you and the other ultimate students who receive this invitation will gain an ever-important proficiency at leadership, communication, and persuasion. This sounds like the program I entered in high school. In an age where anyone can be called ultimate, we hope you will join us and assume your rightful place as the true face of talent. So what my question is this going to be similar to the story where it's like the real school actually invited you there, but it wasn't an invitation originally to a killing game. It was like the world fell apart and that's what happened. You know, like if you know the original Danganronpa story, you know what I mean. Please keep the contents of this invitation as well as the attached registration materials strictly confidential. That might have something to do with it. The integrity of our program is built on the foundation of privacy. Eden's Garden Academy, an ultimate academy for true ultimates. It was built in partnership with the Ultimate Talent Program, a government institution that has awarded ultimate titles to people for almost the last century. You don't apply for the UTP schools. They scout for their students, which is how I found myself receiving a letter from Eden's Garden Academy, just like Danganronpa. It looks to be an amazing school, immaculate architecture, incredible workspaces, and access to resources beyond anything I've ever seen, just like Hope's Peak. Everything about the school is perfect. It's truly worthy of being called ultimate. It even looks like Hope's Peak Academy. In my 18 years of living, I have accomplished more than most people could even dream of. Yeah, you're younger than me and you've accomplished more than me. Thanks. Within this random and chaotic existence, it feels like I was destined to be great. I'm reading it like a girl. After what seemed like hours of waiting, the train arrived before me. It wasn't as nice looking as I expected, at least not for a school of this caliber, but it was undeniably the one. With luggage in one hand and a pamphlet in the other, I boarded the train. Are you moving in? Dorms and stuff? Like, voluntarily? This is the start of my new life. The start of an even greater career. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's not high school, it's college. Of course he's moving in. For the first time in my life, I'll finally be among people as great as me.
Huh?
Very egotistical. You don't remember anything, do you?
Look! Someone else is here.
Huh? Someone else?
Hey, hey! Welcome to the Eden's Club!
This is like the American version. Wait, is this on the train or is this...
Well, it's more accurate to say Eden's Garden Academy's Club, but Eden's Club just has more of a ring to it, don't you think?
In front of me, spread out across the train carriage, was a group of strange-looking people. A girl with pink hair, some guy in a wolf costume. That's the Ultimate Drag Racer. I did watch the trailer, so I know some of these Ultimates. One guy in a weird beanie staring intensely at me. What the hell? Are these creepy people really attending the same academy as me? Oh, I don't like the protagonist. Maybe he changes, though. Apathetic to my situation, the train continued from its halt. What'd you expect to see? A bunch of people in fucking tuxedos and, like, elegant-looking people? I mean, I like this guy with the pink hair, though. Looks like I'm stuck here for now. I guess I should find somewhere to sit.
Hey, you! New guy!
Ooh, who's calling him? I see the guy with the beanie in the back.
Over here!
Oh my god, he looks like a pink Rentaro. This looks so good. Hello, can you hear me? I seem to have caught the attention of one of the other passengers.
What now?
What do you want?
What if
Cool, so I was wondering something. Whatever it is, I'm sure you can ask an employee. I'm honestly not in the mood. Damn, he is such an asshole. Aww, he's so sweet, this guy. He doesn't deserve to be bad-mouthed like that. Frowning and dropping his head, he walked away.
Howdy.
Excuse me, but don't you happen to know when the final stop is, do you? Howdy. A girl's voice suddenly chimed in from behind me. Jeez, can people just leave me alone for 5 minutes?
No.
Not a clue, but can you try looking for... Is that a girl? I honestly don't know. The words got caught in my throat when I turned to look at her. This woman had to be twice my size. She reminds me of Sakura. Something wrong?
I...
Don't fret it, darling. Oh god, I cannot do country accents. I'll just see who else is around. No, I can definitely do country accents. I am from the country. But it's embarrassing. With a small wave, she walked away. The people here just keep getting weirder and weirder. I really hope none of them are in the class. They're all in your classmates, actually. These people are gonna be unique. Like, this person's so closed-minded. Not wanting to be bothered any further, I quickly found myself a seat by the window. The situation was nothing like I expected, but at least the view from the train was nice. Mountains framed by a deep blue sky, crystal clear rivers that sparkled like jewels in the sunlight. It couldn't be a more radical departure from home, I thought. Scenery continued to pass, time flying by with it. The chatter from the others on the train eventually softened, leaving just me and the rolling mountains. I sound so enthusiastic for being such an assholey guy or whatever. Even the background scenery looks like something out of Danganronpa. Nearby, a woman in professional attire turned her nose up to the air and started sniffing. After a moment, the expression on her face turned stone cold serious.
Something is wrong.
The air doesn't smell right here. What is she, though? I forget what her ultimate is.
Oi!
Did she say oi? God. The air?
Quack.
Hey, I smell something too.
Excuse me.
Could you describe it? Kind of chemical-y. It's almost like it's coming from
about
that bag over there. She pointed to the travel bag at the opposite end of the car.
Oh, shoot.
You mean this one right next to me? That's suspicious.
Let me think.
I don't smell anything funky. Well, that's probably because of this helmet. Is there a chemical about to put them to sleep?
Pardon me.
Is that your bag?
Not a chance.
Nope. It was already here when I got on the train.
Weird.
That's weird. There's no name tag or anything. After inspecting the outside of the bag, he began fiddling with the lock. Uh-oh.
Great!
Cool, you got it open. That wasn't the lock. Yeah. Yeah, bro, I'm all good. I just feel kinda... I knew it!
Christ almighty!
Okay.
Shit.
Did you just pass out? Damn, we're cussing in this game. That was one of his sayings, his catchphrases. Tension. From the same end of the car, the guy who had been staring at me earlier. I'm not feeling so good
Hang
either.
on.
What did you say? Good night. People are dropping like flies.
Holy!
Oh crap, someone get help!
For real?
Oh, let me try to alert the conductor or whatever. She ran over to the door that connected to the adjacent car.
Oh, crud.
It's not opening. Why isn't it opening?
Stand back.
I want to try my hand at it. Can you step aside for a sec? He yanked the door, but...
Bad news.
Damn, the car is locked up as tight as a prison.
Come off the grass.
But I left to take a piss like an hour ago. Let me try something else. The big man rolled his shoulders and threw himself against the door with all his might. He groaned and stepped back, revealing he hadn't even left a mark on the door. What? That did nothing? There's another boy who's fallen. A girl, too. Why is everyone passing out?
Damn it!
Shit. Maybe it's something to do with that bag we... Oh. The air around me had grown thick, with a strange pungent smell. I could taste it, feel it, sting my eyes. Oh God, no, don't. A futile plea left my lips. I felt my strength trail away with it. The world flickered around me, and then... So it actually shows that they actually passed out like they remember it. Possibly. There was nothing. Yes, I've been under before. Vows woven by stitches and needles. Prologue. Train go brrr. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Huh? What is that humming noise? Someone must have an air conditioner. But if it's an aircon, why am I so wrong? I weakly opened my eyes. Above me was a concrete ceiling. A concrete ceiling? My body's so heavy, but I had to get on my feet. I had to see where I was. This reminds me of the third game when Shuichi woke up and Kaede fell out of a locker. Huh? It's a girl. Could it be that she's... No, she's still breathing. So she's asleep, just like I was. Kneeling down to her level, I reached out my hand to shake her. Hey, can you hear me? No response. Bringing my face closer to hers, I repeated the question. Knowing this is gonna be some, funny, joking scene, fan service. Hey, can you hear me? Why isn't she waking up? Damn it, do I actually have to... Holy... Her eyes snapped open, causing me to jump back.
Hello.
I was just testing you.
Huh?
Testing me? To see what you would do. It's not every day you find a body on the floor.
That's...
So you were awake the whole time?
Correct.
I woke up before you, yes. And she just let me sleep?
Anyways.
How long was I out for?
Not sure.
I don't know, I didn't wake up that long ago. When I first came to, I was also startled to see a stranger.
You see?
One can never know if they're in the presence of a friend or foe. Which is why I needed to see for myself how much I could trust you. By lying on the floor and making herself vulnerable? Jesus, she makes no sense. As an excuse to break off the conversation, I started to look around the room. It was definitely some kind of boiler room, but there didn't seem to be a light switch anywhere. Wow, this is really cool. The only light came from a vent far back in the room. Looking at my close surroundings, I was standing on a platform with stairs that led down to the rest of the room. The lower floor was mildly flooded. I'd say the water reached a little above my ankles. It was a place that had clearly been abandoned for a long time. Even with all the strange things around me, my gaze kept returning to this girl. There's something about her that seemed almost familiar. Then what is it? Wait, that's it! She was on the train I boarded. So you remember? Hey, we've met before. On that train?
Yeah.
Things turned upside down not long after you arrived. A strange smell started coming from that travel bag, and then everything turned black.
Right.
Just what the hell was that?
Listen to me.
I think it was a chemical agent. The bag must have been equipped with a gas bomb or something. Someone clearly wanted to knock us out. Sounds like she's been thinking hard about it. Maybe that's why it took her so long to wake me up.
I see.
Sure, I was thinking the same, but whose bag was it? Why did they want to knock us out? The mastermind. And why aren't we on the train anymore? Where are we?
Look at this.
Considering our surroundings, some sort of boiler room? As she raised her hand to push up her glasses, something large and metallic on her wrist caught my eye. It looked vaguely like a watch. Well, what's that on your hand?
Well,
You tell me. It appears you have one as well.
Huh?
At those words, I looked down at my hand. God, you're freaked out just by a watch? But I guess it's kind of like a metal bracelet you can't take off. Kind of like how they have ankle bracelets for people who are on house arrest. Sure enough, I was wearing the same device. It had been fitted tightly around my wrist, but it felt like I was wearing nothing at all.
Damn it.
Hey, I'm not wearing this. As I grabbed the hold of the device and pulled, a tiny surge of electricity ran through my wrist. Yep, it's like a shock collar except a shock bracelet.
how humiliating.
Sorry, I should have warned you. If you try taking it off, it shocks you. So you're like a bunch of dogs. We're killing game. You're all gonna fucking die. Thanks for the heads up. Shit, what's going on here? Why am I wearing this weird shock collar thing? Who put this on me?
Look.
You can touch the screen though. See, like this. It's like a smartwatch, like an Apple Watch. Oh, it's more like a hologram watch. She tapped the face of the device. It slowly lit up and displayed a holographic image. Oh, so like a watch.
Correct.
It's just projecting a blank screen for some reason.
So,
Either way, it seems like we're stuck with this device for the time being.
moving on.
While you're standing there, the least you can do is give me your name. We didn't have much of a meeting on the train anyway. Damon Maitsu, Ultimate Debater. I'm a student at Eden's Garden Academy.
Interesting.
What is?
Hmm?
Thank you for telling me more than I asked for.
As for myself, you may call me Eva Tsunaka.
Eva. It's nice to meet you. I'm sure it is. The pain from the shock was finally subsiding. It's as good a time as any to get a better grasp of this room. Maybe there's something in here that can explain the flooding. Or even better, that annoying mechanical noise. Welcome to Project Eden's Garden! A lot has happened already, and I'm sure you're eager to investigate. But there are some things you should get acquainted with. To access the trinket, or as Damon so colloquially put it, I butchered that, didn't I? The watch. Simply press the F1 key. To view past dialogue, press the F2 key. I'm reading it like Monokuma. Not really. Okay, and to access observation mode, press the Enter key. Press the Enter key again to exit this mode. Oh, and use the WASD keys to pan around the room. If you ever need to revisit this information, check out the control panel. It's just one F3 key away. That's all for now. Go forth and explore. Got the cameras, obviously. Staring at me from the center of the room was an expensive-looking security camera. Had this been recently installed? It seems better suited for a vet than a crappy boiler.
Interesting.
You noticed that camera too?
Yeah.
It's really out of place. Do you think someone is watching us through it? It doesn't look like it's turned on, so I doubt it. See, perhaps that's for the best. What do you mean? If someone is watching us, it's possible they are the same person who put these wrist straps on us. She makes a decent point. Okay. There might be something useful in this pile of dusty boxes. Light bulbs, duct tape, a bunch of screws. They should have music on this part. Nope, there's nothing in here but junk. This is so good for a fan game. There's a generator under the vent. Is this what's making the mechanical noise? Seeing it in the water put me a bit on edge. I was thinking of checking out the window above it, but now I'm not so sure. That seemed to be it. The room's too run down for me to investigate anything else. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Eva approach the pile of boxes and fish out a light bulb. Then, without hesitation, she chucked it into the water.
Huh?
What are you doing? All of a sudden, she jumped off the platform we were standing on into the water.
What the hell?
Seriously, what the hell are you doing?
Can't you see?
Exploring. You're not worried about the generator?
Look,
Look at the light bulb. I threw it into the water. Notice how it isn't flashing? That means the water isn't conductive. Fair enough. I guess she's not worried about getting her shoes wet either. Just give me a second. I took off my socks and shoes and quickly rolled up my pants. You know what kind of guy he is. What a pussy. Trying to hide my discomfort behind a cool face, I descended the stairs into the murky water. The mechanical noise was even louder now. It sounded like it was coming from the direction of the
I
vent.
see.
Yep, it definitely must be the generator.
Damn.
We're lucky the water isn't conductive. Those exposed wires would be bad news otherwise.
interesting.
For such a small generator, it sounds like it's running a lot of power. It's surprising how this noise alone wasn't enough to wake us up. Whatever knocked us out in the train must have been pretty strong. Anyway, that explained the whirring noise. I wonder where all the power is going to. High up on the wall was a vent. What could be on the other side? Do you want to look through that? Yeah, I do.
Listen to me.
Alright, I have an idea, but it will take some physical effort. Like what?
Well,
Like getting on my shoulders? I
Seriously?
thought it would be the other way around. I'm not doing that. If you get on my shoulders, I will give you a boost, and you can look through the window.
Fair.
But shouldn't I be the one giving you a boost? I don't think you could handle it. Saying that, she stooped in front of the generator and motioned for me to come over.
I'm talking.
Make sure to tuck your feet behind my back. I waded over to Eva and awkwardly positioned myself on her shoulders.
Are
Okay.
you sure you can do this?
Cutscene!
I'm fine. Just look through the window already.
Alright.
I like her hair, it's ombre. Well, do you see anything? Yeah, another vent and a room just beyond it. I can't see what's inside the room, though. Both these vents are in the way. Taking a closer look at the boiler room vent, I noticed there were hinges bolted into two upper corners. Maybe you can pry it out if you have any tools to do so. Does this mean the vent can be opened? Wrapping my fingers around the grate in front of me, I pulled as hard as I could. Hey, I got it open. Oh, well, I guess it's not that bolted in. Can you see better now? Although the second vent still obstructed a lot of the room, I was able to make out the legs of the tables and chairs. Yep, it looks like a office or a dining area. The picture on the wall looks pretty creepy. They were pretty fancy looking. It's the floor of some fancy room. We must be in a building with multiple levels. Weird that this vent opens into another room instead of outside. Huh? Just beyond the chairs in the very corner of the room, there was something peeking out. A person's legs? They're probably asleep, I hope. I felt my chest tighten. That's not a good sign. Is he also passed out? This music does not make it seem like he's just passed out, unless it's just suspense to scare you. Hello? Can you hear me? No response. Damn it. There's gotta be a way inside this room. Ava. I want to call her Ava, but it's Eva. Can you let me down? There's someone in here?
I
I think it's a guy. He's lying on the floor and I'm pretty sure he's passed out. He might know something when we don't. If we're not there when he wakes up, we might lose him. So my question is, did the killing game already start? But that doesn't make any sense. So usually there's an announcement. I know this is its own story though.
So,
The room's on the level above ours, you said? Right, which means there must be stairs somewhere.
focus.
I have to find them. So leave an area, press the R key. I'll confirm the choice with you, just in case you get any second thoughts, just like the original game. Are you sure you want to leave? Yes. As soon as I was out of the water, I threw my socks and shoes and ran straight to the door. What door? Upon leaving the room, I was greeted with an equally derelict hallway. The walls and floor were old, matted with color and nothing else to them. No wall decor, no windows. no life whatsoever. However, there was one thing that stood out. At the very end of the hallway, where the corridor took a sharp turn, was what looked to be sunlight hitting the wall. Does that mean there's an exit right there around the corner?
Hang on.
Don't go running off without
Huh?
me. Huh? I've already inspected the rooms in this hallway, so you can just ignore them.
Eh?
When did you do that?
You see?
While you were asleep. I thought they couldn't even leave the room. You weren't waking up, despite my best efforts, so I decided to investigate on my own. Hang on. Your best efforts?
So,
Poking you in the face, dragging you by the feet. I even bridal carried you at one point. Not sure I can believe that.
listen to me.
Anyway, I haven't checked what's upstairs. I didn't walk too far from where you were lying.
Come again?
You didn't think to get help?
No.
You were obviously breathing.
Really?
That doesn't even answer the question. You only started to wake up after I returned from a search. How does that get in the way of finding help? Good question. Is she the mastermind? Unless she didn't want to leave me here alone. I can't figure her out at all.
Moving on.
This floor didn't turn up anything useful, by the way. The rooms were just a bunch of storage closets, completely dilapidated, filled with random stuff. I cannot pronounce these words. What the fuck?
That's...
That was the case for every room?
It's the truth.
If you don't believe me, you can check for yourself. As my great-grandmother's brother's friend's motivational calendar once said, sorry. You can't progress if you don't have the will to move. Please use the WSD keys to walk. Since you're in a hurry, hold down the shift to sprint. Last but not least, proceed with caution. You never know what could be hiding around the corner. A dead body.